Hi everyone, welcome back to What a Crock Steph. I am going to show you a very fast, easy, one pot. Not the crock pot, it's not a What a Crock, it's not in the crock, but it's in a one pot. Well, this is a one pot meal that you make, and oh my God, the whole family loves it. So I am going to show you how I make my Swedish meatballs and egg noodle recipe. So anybody who's ever had like Swedish meatballs and those egg noodles and that nice creamy sauce should know how delicious it is. Most people get it where they order it out, whatever the case may be, but here you're going to do it yourself, and it's going to be so fresh and so easy that you're going to want to do it all the time at home, and you save so much money, right? So that's what it's all about, right? So in like 30 minutes or less, it'll be cooked and everything will be ready, and you serve it on the plate to your family and you're good, you're golden, right? But I'm just going to show you the ingredients real fast, and then I will come back and I'll show you how to assemble your meatballs that you're making by hand. So it's going to get a little gooey. But other than that, these are the ingredients you need to make Swedish meatballs and egg noodles. So yummy, right? So obviously you need meat to make the meatballs. Now I use the meatloaf meatball mix. It's a beef, veal, and pork mixture, but you could use anything. You could use ground pork, ground chicken, ground beef by itself, whatever. Or you could use the mixture like I use. That's all that is. So you need 1 pound of that. Then you're going to add in, now these are the best kind of breadcrumbs to use for this, especially to kind of keep the meatballs together once you bake your little Swedish meatballs. So I use the Progressive plain panko, crispy panko breadcrumbs, and that you're just going to need 1 cup of the breadcrumbs, right? So then you're going to add in your the cup of breadcrumbs, and then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of parsley. Now, this is just fresh, dry parsley. Buy it at the store, wherever you want, whatever, right? If you have it on hand, most people do. It's part of the spice collection that you get. So just 2 tablespoons of parsley. You're going to add that into the meat mixture. This is everything, just so you know, to make the meatballs. And then I'll show you the other stuff to make, that we're going to make the sauce and the egg noodles in, right? When we cook it in the one pot. Then you need a 3rd cup of milk, just plain milk, any kind of milk you want to use, right? Then you need a little bit of salt and pepper. You're gonna salt and pepper a little bit of that meat, right? You need a 1/2 cup of onion. Now this is my 1/2 cup of onion that I'm just gonna throw in there for that meat to give it a little extra flavor and stuff. You need 1 egg, and that's also gonna help combine the mixture to make your meatballs. And I love to add a little bit more in there, just so you get more flavor in those meatballs, because you're just going to cook them plain in butter into that one pot first, and then you're going to add all that yumminess back in there too. So I use just it's 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, however you want to say it. It's up to you, but that's what you need. Just Worcestershire sauce, right? Okay, so those are the ingredients that go into your meat, and then you're gonna mush it all together, mix it all up, and you're just gonna form our little meatballs, our little Swedish meatballs, and we're gonna put them into the pot first. So now, guys, this is the yummy part too, that I love so much, that makes this dish complete at the end. And this is what you use to make the sauce. Now the sauce is just gonna be, and that's for your egg noodles. So I have here 4 cups of egg noodles, right? And then 1 carton of chicken broth. Could be any kind, low sodium, no sodium, all sodium, whatever. Just plain 1 carton of that. Then you're gonna need some heavy whipping cream, or heavy cream, whatever, right? You could use light cream too, though. I just want to let you know that you can use light cream, any kind of cream, just to give it that base and that texture of that sauce. And that you're gonna need of the cream. You just need 3/4 cups of the cream. Then you need 1 tablespoon of butter. I actually did 2 tablespoons of butter. This is what you're going to use just to brown those meatballs first before you add everything else in the pot, just so the the meatballs kind of cook through, but you just want to brown them first. So I'll show you that too. But guys, that's all you need. And it all goes into one pot and it's done in like 20-25 minutes maybe. But it's the prep time that takes a little more longer because you're rolling those meatballs up, you're mushing all those meatballs together. But once you have your meatballs, guys, you're golden. You're golden. So I'll see you back here in a few to show you how we're making those meatballs, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to throw it all in the pot and combine it all together to make some yummy dinner for when my husband comes home from work later. And my kids enjoy it. They love meatballs, especially these turkey meatballs, because they're little Swedish meatballs. They're little, so they're good for them. And they love egg noodles. Who doesn't like egg noodles, right? So I'll see you back here, guys, for the What a Crock Swedish meatballs and egg noodles for dinner tonight. Take care. Okay, go ahead, put your breadcrumbs in, your parsley, salt and pepper, and that onion. And then you're gonna mix that all up. Your milk, Worcestershire sauce, and 1 egg. Then you take a handful of that meat and start rolling out your meatballs. Melt your butter and start adding those meatballs and start browning them. Turn them over about halfway through and brown the other side. Add your chicken broth, heavy cream, and bring to a boil. Add your egg noodles and then bring that to a boil. Bring your heat to low and simmer for 18 minutes. Add some more parsley, stir it up, and put it in your serving dish. Bowl. Look how much it makes, guys. You can have this and save it in the fridge and heat it back up for leftovers all week long if you wanted to. Whatever you want to. If you're having family or friends over, maybe at just a little gathering or even a potluck or something, you can bring this or have this, serve this in this nice big bowl. And then I'm going to make my helping. Of course, me, my husband, and my kids are not going to eat all of this tonight, obviously, but we will have it as leftovers and whatever. We just so happen to be going on vacation in a couple of days, so this is perfect just for that last minute meal, that last meal before you go away and travel and stuff, just to have in the fridge, pop it out, throw it in the micro, or put it back in the pot if you want to too, and just reheat it up a couple minutes, and there you have it. Okay, so I'm going to make my serving here. Look at that meatball. Look at all that sauce in there, and those egg noodles are just so creamy. I made al dente, guys. I just did it al dente. Nothing special. You can do it to your liking as well. I always do my pasta al dente. I guess it's the Italian in me, whatnot. But here goes nothing, guys. Look at those Swedish meatballs, right? And those egg noodles in there. So I'm going to take some of that meatball, and look how the meatballs cooked perfectly on the inside, and they're brown on the outside, so they stayed together, which was like key, right? So I'm just going to take some of that meatball and some of that egg noodle and that creamy sauce, and here goes nothing, guys. This is the What a Crock. Not in a crock, but one pot. Only one pot we use for this, guys. Remember that. One pot. Everything in the pot and done. Dinner, right? Oh my God. Guys, I dare you. As we used to say back in the day, I triple dog dare you to try this at home. Your whole family, your friends will be thanking you over how delicious it is. It is so good, guys. And fast and easy. I mean, really, can't go wrong, right? This is really good. The creaminess and everything, and those little bit of spices that you added to, even the meatballs are cooked perfectly. I'm gonna go serve my husband his plate and my kids. Excuse me. And you enjoy. Try it out.